Welcome in, welcome back, everybody, to Unwrap This, episode 26. That's right, we are halfway through a year of doing these things. 26, by my calculations, is half of 52. There's 52 weeks in a year. I do this every week. So I'm about halfway through a year of doing these things. So if you've watched any of these things, thank you for watching. Don't know what it does for me, but it makes me happy that I see somebody that I actually watched and enjoyed it. But this is me, Jimmy Unwrapped, Jimmy Unwrapped. My Twitter follow. Anyway, this is my show I do every week. Unwrap This, where I just open up cards and talk about cards and whatnot. And thank you all for joining every week, the ones that do. Been a little under the weather the last few weeks, and I've been trying to get things together, but like I said, it's, I don't know, hay fever season. I don't know what the diagnosis is, but everybody's got it at work. It's this chest cold kind of thing, but feeling pretty good right now after sleeping for about 3 or 4 days. Feeling pretty okay. But I'm back at it, and we got hockey tonight. Hockey's not something I usually rip. It's not something I'm huge into. I've got a few friends that like it. There's some money to be made there. The problem I've seen, just as a bystander of trying to understand the hockey card situation, is that it's a lot of Canadian fans. So not only do you have the price difference or the currency difference, they also have different ways of shipping things, different carriers than we use. They have different payment methods. They don't use PayPal, for instance. I forget the common PayPal type thing that they use, but they use a different kind of system there. So it's a little tricky, but if you can navigate that system, there is definitely some money to be made in hockey cards. I just have no idea what I'm doing. So I'm giving away stuff for free, basically, by selling people like John and Landon teams for $5 a piece, because I'm going to rip this stuff anyway. And I don't care at all. Like I said before, if you all want to buy into some of these teams, I'm not going to charge you an arm and a leg for these rips. This is not for... I just want to make a little bit of my money back. So if you want to buy a team, absolutely, I'll sell you a team. But I'm not going to make it crazy. I'll just sell you a team for $5-10 and whatever. Just cost of doing business, and we'll call it shipping charges. But anyway, ripping some hockey tonight. Excuse me. Got a lot of stuff lined up for the next couple weeks. I got a wall in front of me that I'm working on. As you can see, the hockey is what we're ripping tonight. Got an upper deck hanger pack 2021. There's a Young Guns possibility in there, and then you got the MVP blaster and the Artifacts blaster. That one ought to be good. So I'm hoping we get something cool out of there. That would be really cool. The Artifacts, collect autographs. Is anything guaranteed in there? 2 bonus packs. I don't know that anything's guaranteed in that, but with a name like Artifacts, and it's heavy, so there's something in there. I don't know what it is, but there's something cool in there. Going through my little, I don't know what you'd call it, safari of oddball cards before I get into the good stuff of football and basketball. Hockey is the next on the route, and then we're going to have soccer next week. Really excited about that soccer. There's some really cool looking I can't wait. I don't know, something about this Club Stadium Club Chrome box really appeals to me. I really want to rip this box open. I'm gonna hold on to that till next week. I thought about doing a hockey and a soccer tonight, and I decided just to do hockey tonight because I feel like that soccer is gonna be something really fun, and I hope I'm not disappointed. We got a little disappointed last week with the wrestling, but yeah, it is what it is. It's wrestling and racing, so. But then after that, we got baseball coming up after that, basketball, and then football. Finally, I know. I'm going to tease the football for a while. What's up, Brandon? All is well. All is pretty good. Happy Veterans Day to all the veterans out there. I keep forgetting about it being Veterans Day, but happy Veterans Day to all the veterans out there. I want to thank you all for your service. We wouldn't be here and we wouldn't be allowed to do this if it weren't for you. So, first and foremost, before I say anything else, I do want to extend my gratitude to each and every one of you that may be watching. All is well, as well as can be. Personal note, my dad, who is also a veteran, he had to go to the emergency room this morning, and I hated to do it on Veterans Day, but just to be safe, we went ahead and sent him out to the emergency room. But prayers up for him. He should be fine. He's got a kidney stone and some infection. He's an elderly man, but he's gonna pull through. He's a very stubborn and strong man too, so he'll be fine. But prayers up for him. But to all the other veterans out there, just tip my cap. I mean, like I said, we wouldn't be here if it weren't for you. Thanks, Brandon. Appreciate that, man. Drink one for them, and we'll head on into mail day. I got a few things today, or this week. This one's eBay, and these two are brakes. We'll open the eBay package first. Let me switch this around real quick. There we go. Brandon Cantu does auctions, and you'll have to remind me on the pages that you do now, Brandon, because you're on a few. But he does auctions, and he also does breaks from time to time. See, this one is a Henry Davis. Not a huge card, but for me, as a Louisville collector, I love this card. I think this is going to be a really nice card in the next couple of years. Henry Davis, Greensboro Grasshoppers. If you don't know, now you know. You should know. If you're into baseball, you need to watch this guy. I'm just telling you. I mean, what else do I have to say other than he's a Louisville catcher? If you know anything about baseball and you know Louisville catchers, you need to watch this guy. He's going to be big. Cantu Craze. I knew you did that one, but I knew you were. I seen you on some other pages. I wasn't really sure, but yeah, check him out on Cantu Craze. He does auctions all the time. He does breaks. Great guy, 100%. Recommend him. This one is from Landon Perry. Landon Perry. I know Brandon knows Landon, but over there on New Vision. See, this looks like a... Lord, I don't even know what this is. Legacy? Yeah, this is a Legacy. I don't remember getting into Legacy. Okay. Let's see, we got a Devin Lloyd rookie. Tavon Walker. Sam Howell. I think he's going to be alright. It may take him a few years. Brian Robinson Jr. Ooh, there's a Chase Young, 44 out of 199. John Elway, Broncos. That'll go to PC. That one will too. Peyton Manning, Time Machines. Cortland Sutton, 213 out of 299. Honestly, don't remember getting in a legacy break with Landon, but appreciate it. Like I said, that's over at New Vision. Aha! Yeah, I thought I'd seen you at New Vision. It's like I thought I heard something. I hadn't seen if he was coming back or not. I'll have to check it after I get off here. This one's from Dominique Formica. South Beach Breaks. I don't remember what this is, so I'm excited to see what this is. Woo! These are the exciting ones when I get them from Dominique, because the only ones he ever does are high dollar breaks, and I very rarely get into them, but when I do and I hit something, I always get excited. I don't know what is going to happen. Is this going to be a base card of a Panini Black? Or is this going to be fucking killer something? I never know. It's the excitement of it. This is Origins, it looks like. I don't see one card so far. May have just been the one card. Greg Dulcich. Dulcich. Dulcich? Oh, I just tore the wrapper. Now I can't recycle it. Yeah, it's just the one card. Greg Dulcich. I guess I got the Broncos in that break. Shout out to Dominic for properly packaging a base rookie though. Some people will just kind of thumb over that shit and give you what you get, but he actually packaged it pretty well. I mean, it's exactly what you would expect, but not the greatest card. I wish I had got something better. Javonte Williams or something would have been nice, but it is what it is. Like I said, those are the Origins. So those breaks are a little pricier. I think that was Origins and Black or something, maybe Mixer. But I must not have hit anything in the Black. Dems to cards. That's the way it goes sometimes. We're going to start out ripping this week's product, which is, like I said, hockey. Let's go hockey. Well, we're going to start out with this hanger pack 2021-2022 hockey. It's all Upper Deck. Apparently, Upper Deck is the top distributor. Just dropped my scissors out the door. Wow, they went under the door. Lord have mercy. Went to grab my scissors and they literally went under the door. Just gonna split that right there. Get in here real nice. I had a few people buy into some teams this week. Like I said before, if you all ever see anything that I'm ripping and you want to join in, you want to buy into some of these teams, absolutely let me know. I'll sell them for cheap. I'm going to rip this stuff anyway. I don't really care to hand it out. Sure, we all want to hit that $1 million card, but if I can help out a fellow enthusiast, I don't care. But we're going to start this pack out with, and you're going to have to excuse me with some of these French-sounding names because I'm trying. But Marc-Andre Fleury. This is a dual card, same team though. Seth Jones and Marc-Andre Fleury. Derek Forbort, Tucker Pullman, Adam Bigfist, Dougie Hamilton. I'm not doing ripping ships tonight. If I were to get that kind of, if I had that much stuff, I might do ripping ships, but I don't really have that much quantity right now. The stuff I have is just stuff I've set up for future shows. I'll be doing soccer next week, baseball, but yeah, ripping ships. If I had the product, then absolutely I'd be down for it. But no, I'm just doing this hockey rip tonight. Nick Holden, Samuel Montembolt, Will Butcher, Dryden Hunt, Oliver Ekman Larsson, Scott Wedgwood, Darren Helm, Cale McCarr, Logan Stanley, Ryan Sutter, Jordan Herbal, Brett Howden, Sven Betrici. Whoa, let me try that one again. Berchi, Sven Berchi, David Savard, Ethan Bear, Noah Dobson, Sonny Milano, Peyton Krebs, Philip Grober, and Nate Thompson ended off. That was kind of underwhelming. I mean, I'm not a huge hockey guy, but that just didn't really seem like I saw much in there worth much at all, to be honest with you. So we're going to go into the next one. See, Sam's in here. Good to see Sam, too. We were just mentioning New Vision earlier. He's another focal point of New Vision over there on the Facebook group. We're going to get into this MVP next. And this is a heavy box. I don't know what all is in here. We got 6 cards per pack, 15 packs per box. So there's a lot of cards in here. So I don't know. Like I said, it's a heavy box. It's not Panini Prism, I'll tell you that much right now. Yeah, fat packs, sometimes you hit good, and then sometimes it's like, what in the hell were they doing? Like, why did they even send me this? Because, I didn't even see one, like, variant kind of card in there. Like, it all just looks like base to me. Like, maybe I'm missing something there. Because, like I said, I'm not a huge hockey guy, but at the same time, like, I'm just not seeing it there. It opens that way. Alright. What did I say? 15? 15 packs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. 15 packs. This MVP. Yeah, like I said, like fat packs are tricky like that sometimes. Like, I don't know. So you've got a Matt damn, first name's gotta fuck me up. Matt Zuccarello, Patrice Bergeron, Sidney Crosby. That's a cool looking card. Pinpoints. I like that card. Adam Pellich, Andre Vasilevsky, Dylan Cousins. Heard of him. I've heard of Dylan Cousins. Second pack. Avalanche. Yeah, I'll look. I'll see what I got, and I'll send them to you. Anthony Duclair. Logan Couture. Elias Peterson. This is a Domains. It's some kind of variant, some kind of shiny card. For the Sharks, I think. Is it the Sharks? Not very good on my teams. I believe that's the Sharks, though, right? Martin Nikas, Ryan O'Reilly, and a Jason Robertson. Nooks. Okay. I knew there was another fishy team out there. I couldn't remember. See, we got Shane Gostidabir, Josh Anderson, Oliver Jorstrand, Braden Schneider, Robin Linner, and Kyle Connor. The orange must be new this year. I missed that part. Sorry about that. So you've never seen an orange before? Which one was orange? Oh, that one? Is that what we were talking about? The orange? George Strand? I don't know. There's a couple orange ones. There's a Martin Nikas. Ice Battles, I think is what it is. Yeah, it's the Ice Battles insert, I believe is what it is. That's what you're talking about, the orange ones. Sorry, on to the next pack. Let's see, we're starting out with Mark Edward Vlasic, Andrew Mangiapane, Mika Zabinajab. Now that one looks different. That one's got like a silver. I don't know what that is. That's some kind of silver. Mark Zabinajab for the Rangers. There you go, John. John picked up the Rangers for me. So, silver scripts. Thank you. Pavel Beknevic, Alex DeBrinicat, and Tristan Jerry. Alrighty, on to the next pack. Go with Zach Hyman, and the John Tavares, Nikolaj Ehlers, Bobby Brink, Sean Couturier, Martin Nikas. Hard cuss. Not getting in trouble for that one. Jamie Olesiak, Thatcher Demko. Ooh, there's a cool card. Who is it? Frederick Anderson. It's not really autographed, but it's a really cool card. It's like an engraved autograph for the Hurricanes. That's neat. Like I said, not a real autograph. It's inserted into the card. I mean, unless he autographed it and then inserted it in the card, but there's no like autograph authenticity thing on there. So, still a really cool looking card for the Hurricanes. Jacob Shurikin for the Coyotes. Pavel Bikunovic, Braden Point rounds out the pack. Yeah, it's facsimile auto for sure, but it's still pretty cool. Chris Kreider, Josh Norris, Jordan Eberle, Quinn Hughes, Andre Svekniv. Let me try this again. Andre Svekniv. Snikvinkov. That's as close as I'm getting. Roman Josie. And I can get pretty close sometimes with some of these names. Woo! Eastern European names really screw me up. That's the ones that really get me. Jesper Bratt, Philip Denault. Ooh, here's another pinpoints. Leon Draisaitl for the Oilers. Not numbered or nothing, but cool looking card. Thomas Chabot, Trevu Teravanian, and Anton Lundell rounds out the pack. Feels like we're about halfway through. I didn't really keep track. I lost track about pack 1. But it feels like we're about halfway through. Darcy Kuemper, Riley Smith. Here's an encounter on ice. Ducks versus Kings. I don't think anybody grabbed either one of those teams, so I don't have to do anything with that. But Zegras and Byfield, the two players honored on that card. Trevor Zegras and Quentin Byfield. Cool looking card. I am not a fan. I don't know if anybody else is with me, but I am just not a fan of dual player cards at all. Like, unless, like, because I'm a Louisville fan, unless it's like two Louisville players, like, I really don't care if you put the best wide receiver and the best quarterback ever on the same card. It doesn't increase the value to me because, like, I would rather have one or the other. Personal opinion. Take it for what it's worth. Next card, Alex Debricott. Sonny Milano. And a Brock Boser. Woo! A lot of European names to go through. Cheers to you all for joining in the comments. Appreciate you all for joining in and watching. Trying to keep up with everything that you all are talking about. But absolutely appreciate you all joining in and keeping things rolling. Keeping me on point. Cheers up. Like I said, I did say Happy Veterans Day. If you are a member of the new or the Three Amigos group on the Facebook page, please, and you're a veteran, please join in to my Veterans Day raffle, I guess you could call it, on there. Basically, it's just a giveaway. If you were a veteran, you can just make a mention on there, and I would love to put you in a spot to win some cards. Just totally free. You don't have to worry about it. But we're going to rip into this next pack. So I was going to go with that thing until 1 o'clock. But if they want to go longer than that, I would be fine with extending it out so we can get some more people, more veterans in there. Just wanted to do a little something for our guys that have came home. Memorial Day is the day that we recognize those that didn't make it back. But I always feel like Veterans Day is the one that we should really make the effort to talk to the ones that are still here, because so often those get forgotten about, and the ones that made it home are just as important as the ones that never did. So my heart and my thoughts always go out with you guys. But we're gonna try to lighten that note on a Mike Zabinajad. I'm going to say Zabinajad. Dawson Mercer. A Brady Thicuk. Jack Hughes. Jack Campbell. And a James Von Riemsel. I mean, even with the 2 Hall of Famers, it's cool, but for me as a collector, it's hard for me to sort, because that's like the 90% of my collecting phase is sorting things. Like, I love to get into breaks, and I love to buy cards on eBay and all that stuff. I love doing all that stuff. But of all that stuff, 90% of my time comes down to sorting this stuff out. So when it comes down to sorting, and I have 2 Hall of Famers on the same card, and I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to sort this guy. Am I going to put this guy with Jackie Robinson, or am I going to put him with Nolan Ryan? And they're just 2 totally different players. Or Walter Payton and Peyton Manning, some of the cards I've seen. You know, like, they're 2 great players, but they have nothing to do with each other. They didn't play on the same teams. That's what kills me about, like, the 2 players on one card. Like, even if they're Hall of Famers, it's a cool card to have, or even to sell, but as a collector, I really hate them, because, like, I don't know where to sort them. I mean, I've got a card that's Michael Bush and Brian Brum, which are 2 Louisville guys, and they're in their pro uniforms. But when I'm putting that in my collection, it's really hard to decide, do I want to put this as a Michael Bush card, or do I want to put this over here as a Brian Brum card, or do I want to just put it right in the middle? It's hard from an OCD standpoint, I guess. It's collecting. It's like, So that's kind of where I stand. Organization is it's a mess for anybody, man. It's hard to figure out what you have and what you don't have any day of the week. Got a Ryan Strom, though. That's one card we do have. Got a Nick Schmaltz, Adrian Kempe, a Matthias Macielli, a Devin Towles, and a Moritz Seider. But yeah, I know I went on a spiel there, and I apologize if I took up too much time without ripping cards, but yeah, the dual card thing, it kills me. Like, I have a hard time, like, really taking those cards seriously. JT Miller, Jose Jaros. There's a Connor Garland. There's another one of those silver scripts. Tristan Jarry. Max Pacioretty. And a Taylor Hall. But yeah, like, if you hit like a big time, like 2 Hall of Famers on a dual card like that, especially if they're like autographed or something. Absolutely, like that card's gonna be worth some money. I was talking more from the collector's aspect of it. Like they drive me crazy. Like I just don't know where to put them. I don't know what to do with them. Yanni Gordy, Blake Wheeler. There's a John Mariano silver script. Sam Bennett, or Bennett, depending on what part of the country you're in, or what part of the continent you're in, I guess, because it could be Bennett. Morgan Riley, Lucas Raymond. 2 packs left. Nothing crazy yet. Thoughts on Tua? My boy having an MVP type first half of the year. Brandon, that is a good thought. He has outlasted way more than what I thought he would. Yeah, that's a great point. Like I said, he outlasted way more than I thought he would. Coming into the season, I thought the Dolphins would end up with Teddy getting them to the playoffs because Tua had been hurt through most of the season. I figured Teddy would be the one to get them to the playoffs, and then Tua would throw a whole bunch of interceptions because he was out of shape, basically, like hadn't played in a long time. When they got to the playoffs, he'd be healthy enough to play, but he was out of shape, so he would just throw a whole bunch of interceptions, and that'd be the end of the Dolphins' wild card bid. But he stayed healthy, and the Dolphins are looking pretty good right now. So, I mean, they're not killing the world or anything yet, but honestly, like, I like your all's odds right now. I mean, going into the playoffs, if you can go into the playoffs with a healthy Tua, I think you could do some damage to some surprising teams. I won't say you're going to win it all or anything like that by far, but I think you all could do some surprising things with a healthy Tua, as long as he doesn't break an ankle. Knock on wood. I tried. Jacob Slavin, Ivan Provorov. There's another one of those facsimile script autographs. Who's that? Carter Hart for the Flyers. A Sean Courtier, a Dougie Hamilton, and an Alex Pietrangelo. Leads the NFL in QB rating. Plays solid. I'm just going to show it. I'll just go ahead and show it, Brandon, since I have the technology. Playing solid. Not a Chiefs or Bills type team, but we might surprise some people. Like I said, I think you can surprise some people. I definitely do. I think that especially down the road, I think that there's some chances down there that you could really like I said, I don't want to say you're going to win it all or nothing like that, but our defense needs work for sure. Won't go deep in the playoffs. That's what I'm saying. Is I don't see you going deep. I don't see you winning a championship, but like I could potentially see a wild card win and then a surprise win against God knows who right now. Because if you haven't noticed, if you are an NFL fan, the world is on fire. Everything that's wrong is right, and everything that's right is what's happening. And none of it makes any sense to anybody, even the people that it's happening to. I saw somebody say earlier, they said, it said something about trying to understand what's going on with the Green Bay Packers. It was a line on ESPN, and it said, what's going on with the Green Bay Packers? And I was like, nobody knows what's going on with the Green Bay Packers. Like, Aaron Rodgers doesn't know what's going on with the Green Bay Packers. Matt Fleur doesn't know what's going on with the Green Bay Packers. Like, It's insane. Like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, nobody knows what's going on there. Like it doesn't make any sense. What's going on with the Philadelphia Eagles? Nobody knows. Like why are they still winning? Philadelphia Eagles, I'll give you all your props. But the Giants are totally like, what in the world is going on over there? The Giants is the one that really blows my mind. As I'm like, I can't believe they're still winning. It's been one of those years. It's just been a crazy, crazy season. Oh, let's finish off this pack. I know I keep talking and distracting myself, but it's okay. I got nothing but time. We got a Trevor Zegras MVP. Jean-Gabriel Payu. A Jack Quinn. Leon Draisaitl. A Patrick Lane. Amico Rantanen. Rounds out the blaster. So all we got left is this artifacts box. This one is 5 cards per pack, 7 packs per box. So we still got another 35 cards to go. One thing you can say about hockey cards is they give you plenty of cards for your value. I mean, it's not like Select where you get like 15 cards and expect you to be happy about that. But yeah, they at least give you enough cards to make you feel like you properly got effed. Is that 7? 5 cards per pack, 7 packs per box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Yes, I really want to install the newest Windows right now. That is my top priority. Thank you so much for asking, Windows. That's what I was waiting on. I was waiting on Windows to ask me to update right now. Ask me while I'm watching Ancient Aliens or something. I'll still say no. Alright, artifacts. Although it's called artifacts, I'll be honest with you, I'm not feeling any kind of thickness in any of this, so I don't really know that there's any kind of Indiana Jones artifacts in this stuff. But hopefully we can still hit something cool. Let's start out with a Nikolaj Ehlers, Logan Couture. They're good looking cards, I'll tell you that. They're really nice looking cards. Ryan O'Reilly on a green or a teal. I don't know what. Not numbered, but little teal. I don't know if it said on there. Give me just a second. Turquoise based parallel cards. So that's what that is for the St. Louis Blues. You can distract me all you want to. I can run this as long as I want. I don't think anybody's going to be on this time of night. So, Tyson Barrie, Josh Bailey. There's a turquoise Joe Pavelski. There's a Brendan Gallagher and a Clayton Keller. What's up, Kobe? Tuca. I don't know if he's any good or not, but I like his name. Tuca Rask. My PC's mostly Louisville players and Packers and NFL. I don't do hockey much. This is just kind of just to rip for the show. Bo Horvat, Drake Batherson, Keith Yandel, Ricard Raquel. But yeah, mostly I collect U of L players. That's my big PC. Well, I'll be working with you for the latter part of that night tomorrow then, Kobe. No, I don't. I'm off tomorrow. Have fun with that, though. Martin Nickus. Dougie Hamilton. And Martin is going to get me in trouble with these names if I'm not careful. Jamie Drysdale. Rookie Artifact. That's another turquoise. I don't know if you can tell, but like the artifact part right here inside of that line, it actually says artifact, but it's so faint. I wonder if like they even meant to make it that faint, or if that's like some kind of production flaw. But it's really hard to see the artifact name even in person. But it does say artifacts rookie. For the Ducks, David Perron, Pierre-Luc Dubois. Colby is one of my co-workers, if you didn't catch on to the drift of what we were talking about. He's one of my co-workers at Pluckers. But apparently he has to work double tomorrow, and I'm off all day, so that sucks for him, and it's awesome for me. Sorry, Colby. Have fun, though. Tim Stutzel. Cam Atkinson. There's a Charlie McAvoy for the Bruins. The turquoise. Andreas Palat. And a Thatcher Demko. With a name like Artifacts, I was really kind of hoping there would be like a guaranteed, like, some kind of something. Give me a piece of a puck or a piece of a glove or something. It doesn't even have to be a game one. Just, yeah, I don't know. William Nylander. Taylor Hall. There's another Jacob Bernard Docker. There's another Artifacts rookie for the Senators. Zach Parise. Kevin Fiala. And we are down to the last pack. This is underwhelming. Like I said, like, you throw in like a piece of a hockey puck or I can't think of the name of the sticks you use. I feel stupid now. But yeah, your hockey stick. The hockey stick? It's just a hockey stick, right? Sorry, I had to read Brandon's comment real quick. Good night, Brandon. Get those kiddos to bed. You take care of you. Thanks for joining in, man. I really appreciate it. Keeping the commentary going. But yeah, on Sunday nights he does an auction, and on the big football group, I think it's football. I'm not even gonna try to bump it because I can't remember the name right now. But he does do a big auction every Sunday night, and but he has the Cantu craze that he started on his own page, and he's been doing a lot of stuff on there too. But good night, Brandon. Take it easy. Thank you for joining in. We're gonna finish this show out though, because we got a Nico Hirschier, a Jacob Chirichkin, And Nick Suzuki. There's for the Canadians. There's a Braden Shin and a Shea Theodore. Nothing real crazy. I didn't see any one-on-ones in there. Like I said, I'm not huge into hockey, so maybe I missed some stuff. Maybe there's some stuff in there that was big bangers, big rookies or something. I'm just not that big into hockey. Just wanted to kind of show you what's up and what's up with these packs, what you can kind of expect. I mean, that's kind of the bare minimum I would expect. I mean, I wouldn't expect much worse than that. If you like what you saw, then by all means buy those packs. If you don't like what you saw, then like I would fade them a little bit. Maybe invest in something a little pricier, but or more popular. I don't know. But Upper Deck, that's the only one that I see regularly throwing out hockey cards, at least in the United States, at least in the part of the United States that I live in. I've seen Parkhurst and some other things like that, but Upper Deck's usually the one that I see. Like I said, maybe there's some rookies in there that I don't keep up with hockey enough to know that they're big names. But my boy is in bed, Kobe. He is a stickler for the rules. He goes to bed at 9 o'clock. But I'll tell him tomorrow. But take it easy, Kobe. Good night. Thanks for joining in. But yeah, if like I said, if you like this stuff, if you like Upper Decks, I just don't see enough variance. I don't personally like seeing all the other sports and everything combined. Like, I don't see enough variance in there. I don't see enough numbered cards. Maybe that's an American thing. Maybe these cards are really big in Canada, and you can get a better price for them there. But for me, I'm just not seeing. I'm not saying I'm not seeing the superstars, because I don't know who the superstars are. I know Zegras and a few of them, but like, I just this isn't something I would heavily invest in, but just because I don't know enough about it. But like, every time I break hockey, I kind of feel this way, like there should be more numbered cards. There's at least one or two numbered cards in a blaster, maybe at least a few variant colors. I mean, there's the teal, but outside of the teal, or what was it? Was it teal? What they call it? Turquoise. Outside the turquoise variants, I didn't see like anything different out of the cards. They all look the same. They all look like base cards. Not totally like taken over by any of these. There's the, what is it? The wild card. I forget what the name of it is. They have like one rookie card that like it goes for more. Can't remember the name. I think it might be wild card. But they've got one card in their deck that like always goes, or not in their deck, but like for rookies or something. But I do tell you, like in the MVP stacks, I did really like the gold script autographs. Even though those weren't real autographs, they're really cool looking cards. And like, if I'm a fan of that guy, like, I'm definitely going to want a card that looks like that. It's really, really cool. The MVP was actually a lot better. There was a few different variant type cards in there. There's inserts, of course, the ice battles we talked about, the orange cards. There's some cool cards to collect in there. I mean, from a collector's standpoint. I mean, like, if you're talking about flipping stuff, if you're talking about picking up a deck and pulling out the next Wayne Gretzky and making $1,000 on a card you spent 15 cents for, then I'm not seeing it. But as a collector, if you collect this stuff, then there's some pretty cool stuff in there as far as the MVP goes. The hanger pack, I can't really blame the hanger pack too much, because at the end of the day, it's a hanger pack. And like Landon said earlier, like, it's a hanger pack. What do you expect? Sometimes you hit gold, but most times it's a hanger pack. You get some high named players, but nothing of value, and that's the way they go sometimes. And most times with hanger packs. So I wasn't real disappointed in that. The artifacts I was disappointed in, though, because like I thought with a name like Artifacts, I really thought there would be something in there. So many different products now are doing these like little. They'll just like it'll be like a patch card. Baseball does it a lot, but like it'll be like a patch card, but it'll just be some kind of like aluminum insert or some little plastic insert that didn't cost them a half a cent to make. And we're supposed to collect these things. It could have been something like that, like put me a little Stanley Cup, with a team name or something on it. Would have been cooler. We didn't get anything like that. Really wish we could have. But there is always hope for next week. So, as it stands, just a recap of what the hell went on tonight. I don't even know what the hell went on. I had a bunch of people dropping in, having private conversations. It was madness. I was trying to keep up with Brandon and Landon, and oh Lord, is a madhouse. I had coworkers trying to discuss scheduling, and I don't know what was going on this week. But next week, I do know what's going on. Next week, I have soccer going on. Like I said, I am working my way through this pile of stuff that I've bought. So we got soccer this week. Then next week, or not this week, next week we have soccer. We have a blaster of FIFA World Cup Qatar, Road to Qatar blasters. 36 cards in that box altogether. Then we have some Champions League, Europa League, and Europa Conference League, which thankful to my friend Callum and thankful to Ryan Reynolds and the other guy at that made the Wrexham show. I've started to understand a little bit better with the tiers. I'm not quite there yet, but I'm kind of understanding where the Championship League and the National Leagues and the Premier Leagues are. I'm starting to understand that a lot better. So I appreciate Callum and Ryan Reynolds and the other guy. No, what is his name? I can remember it. Ryan and... But anyway, the guys from Welcome to Wrexham, I watched that show quite a bit, and it kind of helped me understand a little bit more on how those tiers in European soccer goes. And to be honest, I really wish we had a hanger life. Man, hangers are rough sometimes, man. But yeah, I'm starting to understand a little bit more about how the tiers go, and I really wish the American system of sports incorporated that idea that the worst team should get the hell out of town. Instead of this, we're just going to draft and stock and draft and stock and draft and stock until our ears explode because we have so much talent and we refuse to use them because we want to get the best draft pick next year. I hate our American system of sports, and I would love for the worst guys in the league to just get the hell out of town, get out of our league, and let's bring in somebody who's actually hungry and wants to play. That was my takeaway from Welcome to Wrexham. If you haven't watched the, whatever it is, Hulu, wherever it's on, FX, I think so. But it's a really cool little show that... Anyway, I'm not going to sit here and plug a FX show. But anyway, I've started to understand... Anyway, that's what I was trying to get at, is I've started to understand the tiers of European soccer a little bit better. Um, this one is kind of never mind. It's Champions League. It was confusing me for a little while, but I was trying to figure out the difference between Champions League and there was another championship league that I was looking up and I was confused on. But anyway, this is Champions League. This is Champions League, Europa League, and Europa Conference League. But this is basically second tier, from what I can understand. It's not Premier League. It's not the big names. Can't even think of them right now. But yeah, this one, Road to Qatar, this one's kind of got me baffled because I looked at it quite a bit and I was trying to figure out. I think this is just 200 card FIFA base. So I'm still not really sure. I believe this either is Premier League or it is sorry, got off the camera there for a little bit. It's either Premier League or I'm pretty sure though that this is going to be like split into where they play during the World Cup. Because as you may be aware, if you keep up with soccer at all, when they play the World Cup, they play with their country of origin, I'm pretty sure, or where they grew up anyway. But anyway, I'm pretty sure that's going to be split up into countries and not European League teams. But we're going to break it all together. So if you do want to get into any of that, if you're into soccer and you want to get into that next week, let me know if there's a team or a player that you want to buy into, and I will be more than happy to send them out to you. I'm going to rip this stuff anyway, and I don't give a damn about soccer collecting wise, so I don't care to get rid of it. But then next week, the next week, not next week, but the next week, we get into the good stuff. We got some baseball that I cannot wait to break into because I have not broken any megas of this stuff since it's been out. And I've never seen this stuff before. So I'm excited to break that stuff. Behind that, I got basketball, which I never find basketball in this state because if you don't know about Kentucky, we happen to be a very basketball-hungry state. And there are a lot of players that have came out of this state, whether in high school or college, that play in the NBA now. So it's a very hot state for basketball. I can never find stuff on the shelves. It's been like that since I was 12 years old. I've been collecting for 20-some years, 25 years. And it's always been like that in Kentucky. It's just a very basketball-heavy state. Football is after that. I know I'm holding the best for last, and I'm really hoping that I can find something else to really set this stack off. I've got quite a few things lined up that I'm excited about. I know I've been talking about Score forever, but now Score's been out forever, so the feeling is dead anymore. So I'm not even worried about like getting in on the hype of, oh no, I got new Score cards because Score's been out for so long now. But it took me so long to get them in that now I'm just like, you know what, I'm just gonna sit on them and torture myself for weeks. No, but I do hope to find a few more like cool little things before I get to the football break. To just really set it off and have a good time with it. But I want to thank you all for joining tonight. Like I said, I got a lot of stuff coming up in the next couple of weeks if you want to come back, and be more than happy to have you here and talk a little sports, talk a little collecting, whatever you want to talk about. Except politics. Let's just leave politics out of it. I don't want to talk about that here. But that's all I have for now. That's all I have for this week. Like I said, again, thank you all for joining. Hope you all have a good rest of your weekend. Good start of your weekend. It's Friday night. Go out, have fun. Be careful, but have fun. Want to thank Unwrap Sports for letting me do this, as always. And as always, like and follow us on YouTube. We've got a YouTube page, Unwrap Sports. We cover everything. If you want football, basketball, baseball, maybe not hockey. We're working on it. We'll work on the hockey. Maybe we can get a few guys in there that are really big into hockey, and we can fulfill more hockey needs. But like I said, everything else we got football, we got basketball, baseball, fights. We got the hard count for football and NFL. They do a show once a week. All these guys do shows like pretty much once a week. The hard count covers football, mostly NFL. They get into NCAA, of course, absolutely, especially if there's a UK conversation. Michael's absolutely going to bring NCAA into it. Same for Count the Bucket, which takes care of your basketball and NBA news, and Michael Lawson's constant reminders that UK basketball has a lot of players in the NBA. Just fair warning. He'll let you know. And also, Connie will let you know how great his hair is. He will. Those two things are absolute. Those two facts cannot be taken away. We got Fights Unwrapped going on down on too. They talk about MMA, Bellator fights. They even touch on some boxing from time to time. Great guys. Love watching their shows all the time. Anytime I can see them on, anytime I get a chance, I always like catching up because I used to really be big into MMA. I used to watch it all the time. But now I've kind of gotten to the point where I just watch it every once in a while. So it's really nice to watch those guys, listen to them talk about some of these new fighters that are coming up, some of these guys that I didn't know were still around, still doing their thing. It's really great to hear from all those guys over at Fights Unwrapped. I know that I don't want to. I started name names, but I better not because I'm going to mess somebody's name up and then I'll feel bad. But Backstop Banter takes care of your baseball. They do mostly, I would say exclusively MLB, because I try to talk college baseball with these guys sometimes, and they look at me like I have lobsters crawling out of my ears. But no, they do really good with the baseball talk. I love getting in there because they get so in depth with MLB that I never have the time to get into. Like some of the roster changes in MLB, I don't know how people keep up with these things. Like I try to keep up with baseball, but like I don't know how you keep up with so much of transition. Like everybody's moving around all the time in the Major League Baseball anymore. I don't understand it. But they really help to narrow that down and try to help you figure out like what's going on in Major League Baseball. Got generational sports. They take care of everything. Everything. College football or college professional, whatever it is. Football, basketball, baseball. They talk about it all. If it's in sports news, chances are they're talking about it on generational sports. I haven't heard a topic yet that they've turned down and been like, "No, we're not talking about that because it's a stupid sport." Generational sports will talk about all of it. And then we got Bets Unwrapped with Corey. Very informative guy, very, very good guy to talk to if you're interested in betting on sports. His show Bets Unwrapped, he goes through and talks you through parlays. He'll talk you through some good ideas and some bad ideas. Some things you might think were good ideas, he may pull you away from that idea, and give you some sound advice of why. Not just like that's a bad idea. Like he'll actually go in and explain like this is why this is a bad idea and you shouldn't do this. Like I said, wish I had betting in this state. Thanks, Rand Paul. It's the only political thing I'm going to say in this show. But I wish we had betting in my state, but we don't. And but if we did, I would definitely be doing it more than I do already, legally or illegally. But Corey's a really good guy to listen to. He really knows his stuff, and he can make you some money if you play your cards right. You make some money. Listen to Corey, bet some money. Don't vote for stupid people. But that's all I got. I'm gonna just wrap this up and say goodnight, and we will see you all back here next week when we rip some soccer in the spirit of the World Cup, because it's coming. It's coming. It's a little delayed. If you're not familiar, the World Cup usually runs a little bit earlier than it does right now, but it's in Qatar, and it's very, very hot in Qatar during the summertime. This isn't a hard concept to follow, so they decided to move it back a few months to keep soccer players from dying. So it's actually being played, I think late November, early December maybe. And so we do have World Cup coming very soon. So in celebration of that, we will be ripping some soccer next week. Just kind of fitting time, honestly. Not so much celebration, but I have droned on enough, and I'm just going to say goodnight, and thank you all, and happy Veterans Day to everybody. Hug a veteran if you know one. If you don't know one, go find one. They're somewhere. No. But thanks you all for joining, and we'll see you again next week, alright? Peace out.